Sam Ash, the music store, the legendary music store that had been around for, I believe, a century, closed earlier this year, 2024. Sam Ash had I want to say indirect, but a kind of a direct impact on my DJ career early on. So this is my kind of tipping my cap and giving Sam Ash its flowers from my perspective on how it was impacted me as a DJ, as I was learning, the learning curve. Even though you're out there performing, you know, those first handful of years of your quote unquote professional career for DJing, there's a lot of learning still going on. And Sam Ash, the record store, in particular, the record store on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, in LA, was very important. 2011 and 2012, those 2 years, I concentrated on training the basic skill set of DJing in the dance music world under the tutelage of the OG legend Bob Bagga at his Street Records store on Melrose Avenue. So those 2 years, that's all I did. But after I graduated, there was more to learn. I decided to do that and take that learning curve and expand on it by going to Sam Ash. They had an open deck area of their pro audio shop, which is on the second floor. And they had a DJ setup. They had a mixer. They had a Pioneer mixer and Pioneer CDJs. And you could go and spin and play. It was open to anybody, right? Anybody that walked in. But it became evident to me pretty early on that there wasn't a lot of people taking advantage of using these open decks. It didn't take long for me to start showing up quite a bit. I can't even remember how I even started going into Sam Ash. The store itself was very open to me showing up and playing. And beknownst to them at the time, this was like my only outlet for playing because I didn't own my own decks. I couldn't afford to own my own decks. So this was my equipment, my secondhand equipment, or you know, my community outreach. I'm not very proud of saying I was in there taking advantage of the situation, but I was. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that nobody else was really doing it. I mean, I would say over the course of a week, I was probably in there 4 days a week, right? And over the year and a half to 2 years, yeah, that's how long I was going in there. I could probably count on both of my hands how many times I went into the store and saw somebody else on the decks prior to me getting in there. At least that's how my timing was, at least. It wasn't seemed to be a lot of people doing it. So it became a pattern, a routine, a schedule for me to come in there and play. And I would record my mixes. That's how comfortable it got. I was recording my mixes as well, but I would play. I would just come in there with my USB, stick it in there, and I would play for anybody that was in there listening. I would play for the employees because the sound system itself was set up just for the room. It wasn't going out to the entire store, but it was going in the room that I was in where the decks were set up. The speakers in the system was playing loud enough, so if customers were in there, if salespeople were in there, they could hear me play. So that was my de facto audience as I was just becoming comfortable playing, and that's basically what I was doing. I was learning to know what it takes to be spinning, right? To mix and to make mixes, and none of it was really planned. I wasn't like writing out a set of songs and then going in there and playing. I was just coming in there, like I said, 3-4 days a week and just playing off whatever tracks were on my USB during that time. And I got very comfortable and I got very good at mixing because of this outlet that I had at Sam Ash. And I continue to grow and continue to learn, and I expect to do that throughout my entire career as a DJ. The foundation of where I'm at now and where I'll be in the future started with Street Sounds Record Store, DJ school, training, and then the 2 years after that of me going into Sam Ash and playing and just playing, mixing. Like I said, I would record some of the mixes and then post it on SoundCloud. That was the main outlet during that 2013, 2014, 2015. Those are kind of the years I was doing it. Real house music, deep house, soulful house. That's my bag. That's my lane. They were there helping me. when I found out that they were closing their doors for good, I felt like I needed to do this video and give them a salute. I want to give a shout out to the store, to the employees, and to the audio pro shop on the second floor in particular. And I want to give a direct shout out to the salesman, Vic, aka DJ Sick Vic. He was who I ran into first when I started going to Sam Ash, and he was the one that was kind of gave me the green light, so to speak, to keep coming in there. I can't give enough credit to the record store, to the employees in particular, and to Vic, man, my man. I will always remember walking into them doors on Sunset, man, a few days a week, going upstairs, man, plugging in that same spot, man, plugging in my music, mixing, getting better, man, and getting some compliments from people that were listening, that were walking in, wanting to know my name and all that. I mean, all of that kind of them early thank yous and compliments and, hey, you're doing a good job, started right there, boy. Literally started right there in Sam Ash. You'll always have a place in my heart.